The show Big Brother has always been a social experiment. Pero dito sa Pilipinas, Pinoy Big Brother has taken a life of its own because it's really sharing stories to inspire the ordinary Filipinos. Sharing real-life journeys of housemates, celebrities man yan, teens man yan, or ordinary Filipinos na nag-audition. And that's why I feel this particular recent edition, yung Pinoy Big Brother Celebrity Collab Edition, sobrang daming nakarelate dun sa kwento na kahit mga artista yung nasa loob ng bahay, they related with their struggles, their challenges, their wins, their losses, and it really felt like such an inspiring celebration of different kinds of stories. Kaya naman for this mini-series on Paano Ba To, I wanted to sit down with our final 4 housemates to get to talk to them, to get to learn their biggest life lessons from inside and outside the house para hindi na duo. It's just them as amazing human beings. And for this episode, we are sitting down with comeback housemate, task slayer, and Kapamilya second big placer, Ralph De Leon. Ralph De Leon, welcome to Paano Ba To?
Thank you, Ate B. Thanks for having me. Let's go.
Thank you for your time. Ang dami, syempre, na who want to hear more from you. And I really wanted to take this chance na kilalanin kayo not as half of a duo, but as just you.
Yes.
Okay. I have a few quick questions, of course, about PBB. Let's start with that. First, describe what you think Kuya looks like physically.
Physically, feeling ko medyo magmamatch siya kay Direk Loren, pero medyo siguro nasa late 50s. Tapos medyo salt and pepper na yung buhok. May glasses, may bigote, na medyo matangkad. Siguro my height. Ayun. Yun.
Okay. May ilang tama naman doon, I can say.
So you've met Kuya na multiple
yes,
times?
I am one of the lucky ones as a lumang tao here to know what he looks like. So yeah, may mga konti kang tama doon.
mga ilang years bago mo na-meet si Kuya, TV?
It's a good question. Maybe season 3 na. But there's an ironclad non-disclosure agreement or NDA as to his identity. Okay, next. Which task or part of being a housemate did you dislike the most?
Siguro when we couldn't go out to the garden. Kasi pag nalalak kami sa loob, it's either inaantok kami, wala kami magawa, or we just feel suffocated inside.
Yeah.
Kasi yung garden yung parang, yun lang yung attachment namin sa labas eh. Because we can see what time it is, kung may araw pa, pati yung mga buildings, the sounds. But when we're stuck inside, that's when it gets kinda bad.
I agree. I remember that when you guys had a task that you were locked in the room, I said, kailangan nyo silang paarawan.
Yep. Kayo ba nagsabi, nag-suggest nun?
Sobra ko silang kinukulit, paarawan nyo
Yung
mga
30 minutes namin ni Charlie nun.
So hard pag wala. Okay. What is one thing you were surprised to discover about yourself in the Big Brother house?
Ooh. Oh, I didn't know I could cry that much. Parang sobrang dami ko nang iniyak doon. I don't know if napakita lahat. Pero I feel like that's the most I've cried ever in my life.
Yeah, the house does that.
Yep.
Definitely.
That's the magic.
What is the craziest, funniest, or favorite meme or viral post you saw about yourself online?
Yung ano. Okay, BNO. So the BNO, the
Boys
meme,
Night Out.
the meme they made, they had the love teams side by side. They had Dusby and I think Breka or something. Tapos kami, the love triangle was me, Emilio, and the Caldero.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ang daming naging memes ng pagiging saing king. I agree. Next, if you could also choose a kapamilya as your duo of any of the kapamilya housemates, who would be top 1 on your list and why?
Number 1, River. Ate B, for sure. Kasi kami talaga din yung nagkakasundo. Kami yung pretty much same core group. And just, I knew River beforehand na talaga. So having that relationship really helps when it comes to being a duo eh. Kailangan you're comfortable with that person. Kailangan, alam mo yun, you can work well with that person regardless. So,
Yeah.
River
What would be your
talaga.
duo name? Ralph and River.
Raver.
Raver.
Raver. Rari.
Oh, okay. If you could choose a solo big winner from your entire batch, who would it be and why?
Ooh, solo big winner. Entire batch, hindi lang Big Four.
Yeah, entire batch from the very beginning.
Sino ba?
Knowing what you know now, seeing everything you've seen,
Yeah.
sino kaya?
Alam mo, Ate B, feeling ko po Will talaga pa rin eh.
Oh,
Will pa rin. Yeah, just thinking
Endgame
about it
talaga
now.
sila.
Endgame. Rawi Endgame. Yeah.
Will, because, I mean,
Other than the fact na all those reasons were because, why I really picked him as my duo.
Yeah.
Pero kasi, grabe talaga siya. Yung feeling ko had the best journey in the house. He was able to really open up like no one else did. He had the biggest transformation from everyone. Tsaka, everyone loves him. No, I don't think I've found a person, especially inside the house, that had something wrong with Will, di ba? So, it's Will talaga.
no, wala. Sorry guys, Rawi's ironclad.
Stance.
Okay. What are you most proud of with yourself sa naging journey mo inside the house?
Oh, I think the comeback. Ate B, yung comeback talaga for me na nagtiwala yung mga tao sa akin. Tapos, nabalik ko naman talaga sa kanila by getting into the Big Four. And having that, parang, I had a good run. Especially in the first couple of weeks with the immunity, tapos yung sa duos, and then eventually sa final duos. Parang I was really, that was something for me na pwede ko talagang ipagmalaki.
Yeah. So safe to say you enjoyed the second half of
Oh,
your
yeah.
stay
Yes
way
po.
more than the first.
I wouldn't say way more, pero I definitely just liked it a bit more siguro, yes.
Okay. Of course, because this is Paano Ba To, we would love to hear your life advice to common challenges, struggles na pinagdadaanan ng mga tao. So we'd like to call this Ralph, Paano Ba To? First, school and career. So si Ralph, he is a management engineering graduate. You planned on becoming a lawyer. Originally, one of the goals, one of the ambitions. But then life had its own plans. You started modeling in the pandemic,
Yes.
and your first acting job was with Zoomers
Zoomers.
in 2024.
Yes
So the question is, iba yung inaral ko sa school at yung gusto kong gawin ngayon. Baka ma-disappoint parents ko. Ralph, paano ba to?
Well, in my case talaga, I was able to balance both since pandemic nga. But for this specific case, siguro naman talaga, we owe a lot to our parents. And all they really wanted from me before I joined showbiz was to give them that diploma. And for me also, I feel like yung diploma talaga hindi na matatanggal sa'yo yan. That education, that mark na you finished school, you can bring it even after you do what you do. So feeling ko po talaga kailangan school first. And then what you can do, your passions, as long as you have that diploma, anything's possible na. Like all the opportunities are gonna open up. You're gonna be able to go into different fields. And feeling ko mas makaka-focus ka na dun sa career choice mo na yun kasi hindi mo na problemahin yung school.
Yeah.
So education is very important po for me.
If someone wants to pursue a field or a career na technically hindi talaga approve ang mga magulang,
Yeah.
would you have any advice for young Pinoys like that?
Siguro, okay. So, typically, Filipino parents are kind of against showbiz. Diba? Especially yung mga traditional na gusto either business, doctor, lawyer, engineer. So, for me, it's just a matter of time and really showing them how much you want it. Kasi, at the end of the day, yung mga magulang talaga, they want what's best for their kid. And for them, if they see that that's your passion, that's your dream, and if you really show them that you can make a future out of it,
Yeah.
I think it's very possible. Kailangan talaga mag-effort na ipakita sa'yo, sa sarili mo, and sa magulang mo na ito talaga yung gusto mong gawin.
Yeah. And I remember that when I got to interview prior to the house, you were doing Zoomers, you were doing High
High
Street. Parang hindi yun yung expected of you because you're an athlete, you excelled in school talaga, and then in your family, either negosyo or politika.
Yes.
Tapos you took a totally different route na no one else in your family has been in the
Yes.
industry. Is
Wala
that
po.
correct? Was it hard to convince your parents?
Yeah, actually, very it was a process. Kasi they saw naman I was doing okay, so in modeling and the commercials. I would get jobs, pero not as often, not as consistent. So that was something that I really had to acknowledge also. Kasi yung mga trabaho naman natin din, it doesn't come very often. Especially if you're starting pa lang. So that's something I really had to fight for also. And lalo na nung before PBB at TBM, natenga ako ng 6 months.
After High Street?
After High Street, wala na po ako naging work except like one cameo for a movie. So that was the period na I was like, oh man, parang paano ko ba papakita sa kanila na dapat nandito ako and dapat ito yung chosen field ko kasi I signed with ABS. I chose to go this route. Kailangan talaga panindigan ko na to eh. So thankfully, this opportunity came and we're doing good. We're
Sabi ni
doing
God, wait ka lang.
Yep.
Wait, hold.
Tama po.
Yun,
Yeah.
grabe. Okay, next. With family. So si Ralph, you live in a huge compound with your cousins.
Yes.
So very close-knit family talaga kayo. You guys have a solid support system. Important yung bond within the family. So the question is, since ang dami nyo nga, iba-ibang mga personality, I can imagine, paano best mag-resolve ng conflict within the family? Ralph, paano ba to?
Ooh.
Small or big? Oo.
Okay, small or big, I think it's all just a matter of communication din. Kasi at the end of the day, if you guys are truly family and truly treat each other as family, then you're gonna want to stick as one. So I think I learned a lot also in the house na yes, there were arguments here and there, pero at the end of the day, pag nagkausap na, when everyone is given time to reflect, to think about their feelings towards each other, at feeling ko talaga magagawa ng paraan. So to whoever is having conflicts out there, take it from a person like me coming from a big family and someone like Isnir, who we saw really resolve things, reconcile things with his dad, and really just through talking. And thankfully, we have an avenue like this to fix conflicts like that within the family. Pero yun talaga, communication. You have to talk to each other, give each other time.
Yeah, I mean, I saw your journey inside the house and how you so patiently took the time to sit down with whoever housemate it was that you had something to clarify with. I can imagine hindi yun madali. But again, in the house kasi parang you have no choice but to confront whatever it is you're feeling and going through.
Yeah. Parang kasi sa loob, yun nga, since wala kaming choice na magkakasama kami.
Oo, hindi mo pwede iwasan for 2 days. Hindi mo pwede i-ghost.
It's either katabi mo matulog o katabi mo kumain.
Yes.
So, kailangan talaga as in, you can give it a few days, pero you have to talk to that person.
Yeah,
talaga.
you have to have the difficult conversation. Yeah. Okay, next, love and relationships. Eto na. So you, Ralph, in the past, you have had some serious relationships, but there came points in those relationships where you knew it had to end for whatever reason. Paano mo malalaman if it's time for a relationship to end? Paano ba to, Ralph?
Oh, spicy question. Okay. I feel like when you start doubting yourself. If you start doubting yourself, like, should I really be in this situation? Kasi if you're in a healthy relationship, or yes, there may be problems, but you're never gonna ask yourself kung bakit ba ako nandito pa. So once you ask yourself that question, it might be time. Kasi it's so much better for you to end things already after you've tried working on it. And it's, for me, what I've learned in the past, parang it's useless to prolong. Kung ayaw mo na, bitawan mo na. And kung mahal mo talaga, pero things just aren't working out, then it's much better for you guys to grow individually talaga. Yeah.
That's such great advice coming from someone your age. You're very young. I mean, you have the world ahead of you and amazing relationships for sure in the future. Kasi now, as someone married for 10 years, I can say na a relationship will only thrive if you are able to fully be yourself.
Yes.
Parang wala talagang way na it will work if you are shortchanging yourself, making yourself small, etc., etc. And amazing that you have that realization as early as now.
Thank you.
Ano nga ba ang type ni Ralph pagdating sa personality tayo?
Personality, I really need... Ano ba?
Gusto ko yung need.
I need it, Ate B. Ito kasi non-negotiables
Okay,
to Ate
ano
B.
non-negotiables mo?
Number 1, syempre God-fearing. Number 2, driven. Like, palagi ko na sinasabi po talaga, I am okay with being second to your dreams. So, kailangan talaga may gusto kang patunguhan sa buhay mo. And I really want you to go there, get there, work towards, getting whatever you want. Kasi feeling ko, both of us are just gonna get stuck kung pareho tayong, walang drive or isa lang yung may drive and siguro nahihila pa palikod yung isa. So, that's something that I really need also. And other than that, family is so important. So someone family oriented or can get along with my big loud noisy family. So yun talaga yung 3 pinaka na important sa akin.
Yan. So sa mga kababaihan dyan, love Ralph who fit the bill. Malay natin.
Let's see. Not soon though.
Not soon. Because?
Work. I really want to focus on my job first.
Tama naman.
And parang gusto ko na din maging independent, like fully independent, Ate B. So, yeah.
As in like fully independent, meaning living
As
on
in
your
like
own.
living on my own, providing na for myself.
Only you and your rice cooker.
Yes. It's me and my
Kayong
rice cooker
dalawang
till the end.
magkasangga.
Yes.
Okay. I support that.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, you're so young. Dami pang
Dami pa.
makikilala dyan in the world. Okay. For self naman. So, si Ralph, if you've ever seen any past interviews with him, like I said earlier, achiever in school, medalist in judo, sports, lahat. And growing up, you have opened up about feeling the pressure to excel in school, in sports. And you've also mentioned prior to joining PBB na medyo may pagka-perfectionist ka in that if, for example, you do a scene, after the scene, hindi ka happy, overthink mo lahat ng ginawa mo. So the question is, Ralph, overthinker ako. Paano ba to?
Yun. Sa mga overthinker dyan, minsan actually it's a good thing. Kasi na-analyze mo yung situation, na-analyze mo yung problema mo. Pero ang hirap kasi magpapigil sa overthinking. Kasi usually, that's what stops us from starting something great. Kasi we're overthinking. We want to start perfect. We want to have everything like set left and right, like very organized and all of that. And sometimes, you really just have to do it. Parang doon talaga, I think napulot ko yun kay Donnie sa loob. That was one of his advice. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect sa simula. As long as you start it, as long as you have that momentum to keep going, then there's nothing really to overthink about. Kasi it's, at the end of the day, if it doesn't work, it's gonna be a learning experience. Yeah.
I always say this, that as a housemate, ang pinakamalaki mo talagang kalaban is your own
Utak.
mind.
Yes.
For me, that was my biggest challenge. And so in the house, that is like the perfect recipe for overthinking di ba? Being stuck in a house with the same people day in, day out.
No
How did you
contact.
deal with overthinking in the house?
I dealt with overthinking in the house because, the other people were going through the same things. Doon ako nagulat talaga, Ate B, kasi nung una, akala ko ako lang yun ng mga nakaka-feel ng ganung mga bagay na yung worries ko about my family, about my reputation outside, about how people are looking at me, and just generally, parang nagpatong-patong talaga lahat ng emotions sa loob ng bahay, Ate B. And having people like Will, like River, like all the other people I've gotten close to sa bahay, magugulat ka na talaga kasi I'm telling him a story about what I'm feeling. And he's like, ako rin. So, doon talaga ako nakahanap ng safe space, ng comfort zone sa kanila. Kasi hindi din sila nahiyang i-admit na nahihirapan din sila sa loob ng bahay.
Meaning to say, one of the ways you dealt with overthinking is opening up about
Yes.
the overthinking.
Opening up and finding people that you can trust.
Yeah, that's true. I wanted to touch on one other topic that you can definitely give advice on, and that is how to deal with pressure.
Okay.
Kasi marami of our supers, that's the name of everyone in this community, deal with pressure whether in school, at work, from family, and you are no stranger to that feeling, both off-cam and as a housemate on-cam. Kasi I can only imagine the pressure of getting evicted, knowing all of these people voted for you,
Yep.
getting the chance to come back, and then winning that so that other level of pressure when you went back inside the house, and now knowing that as second big placer, ang daming tumitingala sa'yo. Parang it's pressure top of pressure top of pressure, but you seem to be handling it with grace.
Oh, thank you.
So
you po.
paano? Anong advice na mabibigay mo sa mga tao?
With regards to pressure talaga, sometimes, again, these things can be good for you. But with everything, parang too much of everything is bad. So the right amount of pressure can make diamonds. The right amount of pressure can push you to be your best. But too much pressure can also cripple you. Parang dun mo talaga, hindi ka na makakagalaw eh. Kasi pressure goes hand in hand with overthinking also, Ate B. Kasi lagi mo naiisip like, paano ba to? Paano ko ba ma-achieve to mga bagay na to? Kaya ko ba to? But yun nga, sa pressure na yun, feeling ko for me, how I deal with it talaga is, I put it into action. So I don't just let that pressure and those thoughts get stuck in my head. Parang ginagawa ko talaga yung best ko sa kung ano mang ibigay sa akin. With whether it's tasks inside the house or work daw sa mga guestings namin. Parang I always want to put my best foot forward. And that pressure is sort of relieved, syempre, by the validation of the people around you. But at the end of the day, it has to come from yourself also. Na you have to give yourself a pat on the back na I'm doing a good job. Na okay itong ginagawa ko. Na nakikita mo yung sarili mong efforts. Kasi again, if you keep relying on other people, minsan talaga mawawala yun eh.
Yeah.
So you have a strong sense of self. Tsaka just put it into action. Just, yeah.
I super agree. And there's this quote nga that I've been seeing online recently na a reframe that people can think of is pressure is a privilege.
Yes.
Parang meaning if you feel pressure in any way, that means you have the privilege, the honor of having to do something or being tasked with something. And while you were talking, ang visual na pumasok sa utak ko was the many times in the confession room that you, how do I say this? Parang you weren't afraid to celebrate your own small wins.
Yes.
And I wanted to highlight that because that's not such a Pinoy trait. Dito, some people can misinterpret it as pagiging mayabang or masyadong parang pinagmamalaki.
Yes.
But I feel like it's not that eh. Kasi you, and those who have watched your journey know, you acknowledge your weaknesses. Pero, like you said, you know how to pat yourself on the back din. Kasi totoo eh, walang ibang gagawa nun para sa'yo kundi ikaw. And if other people do it, then that's such a bonus na lang.
Yeah. Parang yun nga, I got those comments when I got out. I was like, okay. Kasi syempre, I also understand na it could be taken the wrong way. Especially pag after ng mga tasks na nanalo ako. As in, sumisigaw talaga ako. Pero Ate B, kasi ganun talaga ako nasanay eh. I mean, if you watch my old judo videos, every time I step off the mats or when I win my match, I really scream. That's how I celebrate. That's how I let out my emotions, everything pent up from the nerves before the match to all the fatigue during. So, for me, ako talaga, ganun talaga yung totoong ako eh.
Yeah.
So, I wasn't, afraid to show that. And I know also that the people inside the house, especially, parang alam nila na ganun lang talaga ako.
Yeah.
Na I'm not meant to brag. It's not meant to show off na, okay, panalo na naman siya. Di wow. Diba? So, I'm glad that at least the people inside understand that also.
Yeah, and of course, a lot of people outside. And that's why I think I wanted to point it out because that's something we all should try to build more within ourselves. Yung parang, okay, good job. Kasi it's so hard if purely ang validation mo, hinahanap mo sa ibang tao, sa sasabihin ng ibang tao. Because there will always be 100 bad comments and one good comment.
Yes.
And of course, that can let you down. But if you yourself, like you said earlier, hindi ka nahiya to answer the question, what were you proudest of in your stay? And you said it's your comeback.
Yeah.
And for me, that's so good. We should always try to check with ourselves na parang saan nga ba ako naging proud sa sarili ko? Because it's your own, I guess, compass that's answering it, not dictated by yung sinasabi ng ibang tao. Yeah. So ngayon na you're here in the outside world, so many opportunities coming your way, times 10 ang mata sa'yo, do you feel any pressure?
I feel the pressure right now, Ate
So how are
B.
you dealing with it right now at this point?
siguro nakakatulong talaga na halos every ganap na mapupuntahan ko, it's either kasama ko si Will or kasama ko yung
The
Big
other
Four ng
housemates,
Kapamilyas.
yeah.
So, I'm so happy na they're there na kasi grabe talaga pala yung sepang sa TV. Kasi parang ako, at this point, nahihiya pa nga ako mag-message sa kanila, uy, wanna hang out. Parang kasi, hindi naman kami sanay maging ganun sa loob. Eh. Like, we were
Yes.
always just with each other
Correct.
because we were in the house. So now na parang, do I message this person or this person? Parang who do I go to? But syempre, yun nga, my duo, always there for me. So I'm happy that I brought that relationship outside and as well as everyone else.
Yeah, so support system pa rin talaga
Super.
has been helping you deal with the
Yes.
pressure. Okay, I want to end with a few questions from the fans for you. The first question is from Doc Sassy. What made you decide to try pursuing showbiz instead of entering corporate, politics, or any other field?
Siguro, ano ba? Okay. Corporate, it's a no-no for me. Ever since. Like the whole college ko, sabi ko at TV, parang hindi ko kaya mag-desk job ng 9 to 5. Parang hindi ko kaya na, parang yun lang talaga yung focus
college.
ko. The whole college.
Pero by the way, in case you might not know, because we do have the same alma mater, Ralph's course is known as the most difficult course in our college. No, it's true. So, na-burn out ka ba sa studies? Ganon, di naman.
Sa studies, actually, medyo bumitaw ako nung pandemic, Miss Ate B. It was bad. Like, online class was
Hindi ka
so
nag-iisa.
bad.
Oo.
Imagine nyo po, parang cum laude standing ako bago mag-pandemic. And then it hit. I was like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'd just rather graduate, get a diploma. Don't be like me, guys. Get that cum laude. Get those honors. Pero ako kasi, hindi ko talaga maramdaman na I was learning. I didn't get that feeling
It was
at all.
hard for everyone talaga.
Hindi
So,
ako maka-adjust.
yeah. So,
But
corporate
Corporate X.
politics. Because your grandfather and great-grandfather
Yes.
were mayors in
Yes.
Cavite.
Yes.
Didn't enter your mind?
No.
Really? As in zero?
Zero. Ever since po talaga kami, yung mga magpipinsan po, parang we wanted to, as soon as possible, get out of politics na. Kasi alam naman po natin sa mga panahon ngayon, medyo delikado na din. Lives are being taken left and right because of politics, because of whatever issues they have in their provinces, in their towns. And feeling namin talaga, we just didn't want any part of that anymore. Na alam namin, yes, gusto namin tumulong sa taong bayan, gusto namin magkaroon ng good impact, syempre.
Yeah.
But for us, there were other ways to do that. And we didn't need politics to be able to help other people. And thankfully, na bigyan ako ng platform ngayon na mas madami talaga yung nare-reach ko. Na I feel like, Ate B, kahit mag-mayor ako, tumakbo ako mayor, I feel like my impact now will still have a much bigger effect than if I were in that position. Kaya I really want to use this platform talaga to be able to help, to be able to give back. Kasi, you know, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
If you're blessed with so much, you should also be able to bless other people then.
Amen to that. I fully support that. If you
Yes.
need my help in any way,
Yes.
shape, or form,
Let's do it.
I am sharing that with you. So why showbiz?
Why showbiz? Okay. Siguro, okay, going into modeling and commercials and this whole entertainment industry, sabi ko na lang, I want to try everything. I want to find what I really love. I want to find what works for me and what's gonna stick. So I went from modeling, from photo shoots to commercials to hosting backstage. And sabi ko na lang, yung natitira na lang talaga is showbiz to go mainstream. And since I wasn't getting too many opportunities na nga in that field, in the commercials and the modeling, parang sabi ko, okay, maybe it's time na. And then the doors opened nga and I was able to join Star Magic. And ever since, like, I fell in love with the whole process of being an actor. And hopefully in the future pa, I really want to be cemented as one of the greats, syempre.
Yeah.
And nothing less.
I love that. We're setting our
Yes.
sights high.
Yes.
Love that. Okay, next. This is from Joseph D14. Kung walang duo twist mechanic, would you have ever nominated Will? Ilang points and why?
Actually, Ate B, kahit may duo system, ninominate ko na po si Will eh.
Earlier on.
Early on talaga would have been the times that I would have nominated him. Kasi yun nga sa chores. Kasi Ate B, hindi talaga siya tumutulong minsan, especially nung simula. As in, he would just really sit there and not do much. Like, and he knows that. I've
Yeah.
talked to him about that. Alam niya na yun. So, siguro, yun talaga.
Ilang points?
Ilang
2 points o 1 point?
Depende. Kung may mas mainit na issue that week, edi ibigay natin 1. Pero kung yun talaga yung pinaka nag-stick out, like it was a very good week.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was the only thing that really was bad or negative about our whole stay. Then maybe I'll give him the 2 points.
Yeah. Oh, hindi siya hindi siya mag-second thought. Ibibigyan niya ng 2 points. Okay, last from Gideon Hipolito. What changed for you going from 4 times nominated until you got evicted to not being nominated at all and winning all tasks upon your return to the Big Brother house?
The thing that I got talaga when I was outside was yung fire ulit eh. Kasi it was starting to fade out a bit. Lalo na nung 4 times na ako na-nominate. Parang every time na lang po nagkikita tayo, nag-uusap tayo sa screen na parang feeling ko po awang-awa na kayo sa akin, Ate B. Every time. Kami ni Mike's. Yun talaga. So I feel like talaga kailangan kong makamit kung ano mang gusto makamit ng mga tao sa labas. And if they want me to get into the Big Four, I will really do my best and push for that Big Four spot.
Yeah.
Kasi just getting evicted, I thought that was the end of my journey. Pero knowing that they believed in me, they trusted me to go back in and fight for myself and for them also, yun talaga nag-push sa akin.
Yeah.
And thankfully, I found someone with the same mindset also in Will, na kahit hindi siya lumabas, once we were getting to the final stages, doon talaga nag-click na okay, ito na yun.
Yeah.
Parang hindi na natin pwede bitawan to, hindi na natin sasayangin lahat ng risks, lahat ng struggles na tinake natin. Kasi, ngayon pa talaga tayo susuko na yung pinanindigan talaga namin na we were the ones who deserved that spot also. And thankfully, it wasn't by votes na we were able to prove ourselves during the task na kami talaga yung deserving. Kasi in that way, that big jump, I think really solidified all our spots sa Big Four. Not saying that, again, the other ex-housemates weren't deserving, but at least we were able to show what we were capable of.
Yeah. 2 things. One is that I think na even if botohan, pasok kayo sa Big Four ni Will. And second is, I think that is my personal favorite win of your entire stay in the house. It's getting to come back after being nominated 4 times and then being voted rank 1 of most desirable duo. That was like nakaka-proud.
Like, wow. Parang doon talaga na-realize ko talaga na ang dami kasi nagsasabi sa akin, Ate B, na it's not you, it's your duo, blah, blah, blah. But that's when I really felt from the housemates at least that they really believed in me also. Diba? Na sila din naniniwala na marami pa akong pwedeng mapakita. And as a duo na feeling nila, ayun nga, na desirable ako and gusto nila akong maging duo. So, sobrang important talaga yun sa akin.
Yeah. With that, thank you so much,
Yes,
Ralph.
thank you so much.
Maraming salamat for sharing all your life lessons. And you know what? I think from here on, like you said, no, I am definitely looking forward to you using your platform for more good. That is exactly how I see you. That's part of your DNA talaga. And I guess just to wrap this all up, what is your, in general, advice to everyone watching and listening? Usually they're in their 20s or 30s trying to figure out life.
Yes.
Paano ba to, Ralph?
Ayun nga. I'm gonna keep repeating the same thing I said during the big night, guys. Never stop dreaming. Yun talaga yun. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, it's never too late to strive for your dreams. It's never too late to fight for what you really want to do, for your passions in life, and especially for the people around you. No matter the relationships, no matter the number, it's more of the quality of the people you have around you. Build that solid support system. Have those people that you can really trust. And at the end of the day, leave it all up to God. Na lahat talaga ialay mo na lang sa Kanya. Kasi at the end of the day, may plano din siya sa'yo. In His perfect timing, everything will fall into place. And it's just another matter of time to, it's a matter of time na lang talaga na mararamdaman mo yun. So just keep going. Never stop dreaming, guys.
So proud of you.
Yes, thank you, Ate B.
If you have a big brother inside the house, I'll always be your ate here in the outside. Paano Ba To is created and hosted by me, Bianca Gonzalez, with podcast producer Anika Neri and edited by Paolo Halili. To be part of our community of supers, please do follow this podcast here on Spotify or click the subscribe button on YouTube, and you can follow Paano Ba To on Instagram, ask Paano Ba To on TikTok, and join our private Facebook group, the Paano Ba To Super Group. Till our next episode, stay super, supers!